mess already gives me the idea of disorder. So why does English add up in mess up? If I remove up, has the idea really changed?
That is the real puzzle. Not what does mess up mean, but what work is up doing. You're listening to Dear English Radio. I'm Eli.
And I'm Nora. If small English words keep surprising you, subscribe and learn the logic with us. By the end, we'll give you some expressions you may not have studied and let you make a reasoned prediction.
Our listener writes, I understand mess up. I just do not understand why English needs up. Mess already sounds messy. Is up adding a meaning, adding emphasis, or simply following an English habit?
English does sometimes spend two words where a learner expected one.
So is up only emphasis?
Sometimes it adds direction. Sometimes it adds a scale. Sometimes it points to a completed result. And sometimes the whole combination has become the normal stored expression, so you cannot simply drop the particle.
Then we need to ask two different questions. What does the particle contribute, and can a speaker leave it out?
Exactly. Those questions are connected, but they are not the same.
Ing, stand up gives a clear physical result. The body becomes upright. In finish up, the main action is already inside finish, but up can place attention on the last stage or the reached endpoint.
And in I messed up the report, the idea of disorder comes from mess, but the whole expression is the normal way to say that an action produced a bad result. I messed the report is not the usual sentence for that meaning.
So up does not itself mean bad or serious. One useful analysis is that the construction frames a resulting bad state. Mess up is also a conventional unit learned as a whole.
That gives us three possibilities. A particle may change the path, change how we view the event, or become part of a stored expression. Now let's build the map and see where those possibilities come from.
English uses up and down in families of related meanings. We can organize many of them around physical position, then compare quantity, activity, completion, control, and failure.
Here, a particle is a small word such as up or down. Working with a verb, imagine the verb and particle as two people doing one job. One grammar warning: not every up or down here is a verb particle. In, the system is up and time is up. Up follows be. It is not attached to an action verb, as in mess up. We can compare related meanings even when the grammar differs.
The first question is semantic. What picture or viewpoint does the particle add? The second is conventional. Does present-day English normally use this verb with this particle in this meaning?
With, turn up the volume. The contribution is easy to see. Turn changes a control, and up places the change on a scale toward more.
With finish up the email, the difference is lighter. Finish already contains an endpoint. For completing a task this way, finish up is especially common in American English. Finish the email remains natural.
With mess up the report, the translation may look almost the same as the base idea of mess, but the combination has a wider established use. Spoil something, do it badly, or make a mistake. Here, the particle is not free decoration.
A small word can therefore add little new translation and still do real work. It can mark a path or result, and the whole pair can become the expression speakers normally choose.
So, never ask only, what does that mean? Ask 4 questions. What does the verb contribute? Which path does the particle suggest? What does the context allow? And is this particle optional in this particular expression? Bodies, containers, scales, movement, and working structures help us organize these meanings. This is a present-day meaning map. not the proven history of every expression.
That prevents the mistake of memorizing up equals good or down equals bad.
Prices can go up, which may be bad. A fever can go down, which may be good.
The particles are directions, not moral judges.
Exactly. Now we can build the first real map. Start with the body. When you stand up, your head moves higher and your body becomes upright. An upright person is often awake, ready, and able to act.
That gives us the physical center, higher position, or an upright body.
For present-day learning, we can group activity nearby. We wake up. A computer system can be up, meaning active and available. A new website can be up, meaning people can reach it.
The system has no legs, but the active, ready body gives us a useful picture for an active machine.
Now, place books on a table. Add one book, then another. The pile becomes higher. Pour more water into a glass. The level rises.
Repeated experiences connect higher levels with greater amounts. So, up can organize the idea of more even when nothing physically moves.
You can see the pattern on familiar displays. Thermometers and many charts place greater values higher. Other controls show more by moving farther along a scale. The display makes the link visible, but the experience is older than the screen. Bigger piles and fuller containers also rise. Turn up the volume, increase the sound level, speed up, move at a higher speed. Prices went up, the number increased.
Here is a quick check. Your colleague is too quiet on a video call. Do you ask them to turn the microphone up or down?
Up. You want a higher sound level.
Now keep pouring water. The level rises until it reaches the top of the glass. More has become full, and full gives the event a natural boundary.
This is one useful present-day memory path. Higher, then more, then a limit, then complete.
The important step is the boundary. More, by itself, does not mean complete. Completion appears when the rising amount or advancing action reaches the point where the event can naturally stop.
A gas tank has capacity. A suitcase has practical limits. A report has a final stage. Different events have different boundaries, but up can direct attention toward the reached endpoint.
Fill up the tank. Add fuel until the tank is full. Pack up your things, collect them, and put them away so you are ready to leave. Finish up the report. Complete the report. One useful analysis is that up draws attention to the final stage or endpoint.
Up does not always create a completely new meaning. Sometimes it simply puts a spotlight on the final state.
And the spotlight can be strong or light. Eat up your dinner usually suggests finishing it. In finish up the email, finish already means complete. Up may only highlight the final stage. Do not force the same extra effect into every use. Compare he tore the paper with he tore up the paper. The first may describe one tear. The second strongly suggests a result. The paper ended in pieces or was ruined for its earlier purpose.
Compare I cleaned the kitchen with I cleaned up the kitchen. The events may be similar, but cleaned up often makes the achieved result more visible. The kitchen is now orderly.
Is every expression with up secretly about a glass?
No, the glass is a strong memory model, not the mother of every phrase. Some expressions fit the upright body picture, others fit visibility or attention. Each may have its own history.
For this present-day map, visibility gives us one more useful branch. Lift an object toward eye level, and it becomes easier to see and reach.
For learning, we can group several expressions near visibility and attention. A person can show up, appear in the shared space. A problem can come up, appear, and become relevant. You can bring up a question, introduce it into the group's attention.
The base verbs still matter. Show suggests visibility. Come suggests arrival. Bring up is the stored expression for introducing the topic. The whole sentence decides the reading.
That is why the map helps prediction without making the three expressions identical.
And what's up?
In informal conversation, it can mean, what is happening? What is wrong? Or simply, hello. It is an idiom with be, not a verb-particle combination like mess up. The attention link is a memory aid, not a proven origin.
So I should not look at the ceiling?
Only if water is coming through it. Then something is definitely up.
The map now has 4 useful rows: higher, more, complete, and active or visible.
Keep that whole map on screen. We need it for the listener's original puzzle.
Now return to the listener's exact question. If mess already suggests disorder, why not simply say mess?
Because a shared translation does not make 2 English constructions interchangeable, mess appears as a noun. The desk is a mess. It also appears in patterns, such as mess with the settings, to mean cause a bad result or make a mistake. Informal, everyday English uses mess up.
I messed up the report is natural. I messed the report is not the normal way to express that idea. So in this use, up is not an optional decoration, even though the base word already helps you guess the situation.
One useful analysis is that mess contributes disorder while the whole construction presents the resulting bad state. But mess up is also learned as a unit. The diagram does not prove its exact history.
Those are 2 layers at once: a meaningful result pattern and a conventional expression learned through repeated use.
That is why clean up, tear up, and mess up do not share a positive or negative feeling. The verb chooses the result. And up does not mean serious. One wrong name can be a small mess up. An entire failed presentation can be a large one. Now, use up looks more difficult. If up connects with more, why does use up the milk mean no milk remains?
Put 2 scales beside each other. Scale 1 shows the resource. The amount of milk goes down as we drink it. Scale 2 shows the action. The using continues until it reaches its end.
Resource down, action complete. Up follows the completed event, not an increase in the milk.
We used the milk may mean we used some. We used up the milk means the supply is finished.
The milk falls towards 0 while the action reaches its endpoint. The endpoint picture also helps with eat up and drink up. In time is up follows be. So the meaning is related, but the grammar differs. So when a particle seems illogical, ask which scale you are watching. The resource, the action, the sound level, the activity level.
So reject the rule up. Always increases the object. In, use up the battery. The supply decreases while progress toward completed use increases.
That single question, which scale, can help you organize some expressions before you verify and learn the whole phrase.
And one more question belongs beside it. Can I drop the particle? Sometimes yes, with a change of viewpoint, as in finish and finish up. Sometimes no, because the particle is part of the established expression, as in this use of mess up. Down begins with movement toward a lower place. Sit down, put the cup down, walk down the hill.
Lower levels repeatedly connect with smaller amounts or weaker intensity. Turn the heat down. Keep the noise down. Sales are down. Slow down.
The situations are different, but each uses a scale moving toward less.
Context can send a familiar combination onto another stored road. Turn down the radio means lower its level. Turn down the job offer means reject it. The offer is not becoming quieter.
The lower scale picture may support memory, but the object gives the decisive clue. A device has a level, An offer can be accepted or rejected.
A useful memory picture treats strong emotion as high activation. Lower that activity, and you may calm down or cool down. This explains a current grouping, not the proven history of either phrase.
Meaning is not the same as good social advice. If someone is angry, shouting, calm down can make the situation worse.
Better. I can see you're upset. Let's take a minute. The map explains the phrase. Kindness chooses when to use it.
Now picture a standing structure. Its parts support one another. If an important part breaks, the structure may collapse and stop functioning.
A second memory picture links down with stopped operation. A machine can break down and fail. A computer can shut down, which only means it stops operating and may be normal or intentional. Communication can break down. This is a current memory link, not necessarily one history.
The entity or situation tells us what kind of function can fail. A car has mechanical function. A discussion has communication. A person has emotional control.
She broke down and cried means her ability to continue or control the emotion gave way. The person did not physically fall into pieces.
One more branch begins with a whole divided into parts. Breaking a large object can produce smaller pieces. In thinking, the parts can be steps, costs, or ideas.
So we break a problem down into steps. A related reduction route works differently. We narrow down 20 choices to 3, and a complicated argument can boil down to one main question.
Both routes connect with reduction, but their shapes differ. One whole becomes parts. A set becomes smaller. A complex argument reaches its core.
A nearby control branch appears in pin down a date or pin down the cause. A loose object can be held in one place. An uncertain date or explanation becomes fixed and exact instead of continuing to move.
Again, learn the real expression first. The picture supports it. The picture does not give us permission to attach down to any verb we like.
Some expressions are less transparent. Write down is best learned as a stored expression, meaning put something in writing. A fixed record picture can support memory. But we should not pretend every phrase has one perfect modern diagram.
The map is a guide, not a machine that manufactures new English.
Exactly. Predict first, then check real usage.
Let's slow down for breakdown, because one phrase shows why context matters.
Road 1 is failure. The car broke down. A useful analysis combines break or lost integrity with a down picture of collapsed function. The whole expression means the machine no longer works.
Communication broke down. No engine is involved, but the system of exchanging meanings stopped working.
Road 2 is analysis. Let's break the problem down into 3 steps. The whole does not fail. Someone intentionally divides it into smaller parts.
Grammar often helps. The car broke down is intransitive and does not name an agent. We broke the problem down is transitive. Someone acts on an object.
In these examples, grammar helps. In other sentences, context may do more of the work. So this is not a universal test.
Listen for the shape in our examples. In the failure sentences, the subject experiences the breakdown. The car, system, or negotiation stops holding together. In the analysis sentence, someone acts on a whole and creates understandable parts. Try these 2. The payment system broke down during lunch.
Failure. The system stopped functioning.
The accountant broke the total down by month.
Analysis. The accountant divided one total into smaller parts.
Same phrase, very different repair bill.
One needs a technician. The other needs a spreadsheet.
This is why one translation is not enough. Keep the shared memory picture. Then, let grammar and context choose the road.
Time to test the map. Before we answer, choose the closest branch, or decide that the expression needs its own checked meaning.
Number 1. Could you speak up?
More intensity. Speak more loudly so you can be heard.
Number 2. We need to wrap up the meeting.
Completion. Bring the meeting to its endpoint.
Number 3. A new problem came up during the interview.
Appearance and relevance. The problem appeared or became relevant during the interview.
Number 4. The noise died down after midnight.
Lower intensity. The noise became quieter.
Number 5. We narrowed the candidates down to 2.
Reduction. A larger set became a smaller set.
Number 6. I mixed up the 2 appointment times.
Confusion. Mix suggests that the 2 times were not kept separate. The stored expression, mix up, means to confuse one with the other.
Number 7. That small task took up my whole afternoon.
Occupied capacity. The task filled more of the available time than expected.
Small tasks are talented. They arrive wearing a 5-minute job label.
Then 3 hours disappear.
Last one. Can you break the price down for me?
Whole to parts. Show the separate costs inside the total.
If you predicted even half of those, you made several useful, testable guesses.
A prediction is not the final answer. Verify the phrase in its full sentence and in a good learner's dictionary. Then, save one natural example, not only a translation.
Here is a 5-step routine you can use tomorrow. First, picture the physical center. Higher for, up, lower for, down.
Second, identify the possible scale. Is the sentence about amount, sound, activity, progress, function, or the size of a set?
Third, inspect the base verb. Clean suggests order. Mess suggests disorder. Break can suggest lost integrity or division. Narrow suggests a smaller range.
Fourth, inspect the noun and grammar. A machine can fail. A problem can be divided. A topic can enter attention. A limited supply can reach 0.
Fifth, make a reasoned guess and verify it. Keep one example that you might actually say.
4. Bring up a concern. Physical center, raised into view, likely scale, attention, base verb, bring, object, a concern, prediction. Introduce the concern into the conversation.
4. Narrow the list down. Physical center, lower or less, likely scale, size of a set, base verb, narrow. Prediction, reduce the list to fewer choices.
That process feels slow the first few times. With practice, the questions may start to combine into one quick mental picture.
That gives adult learners a practical routine. Understand the path, test it in context, and remember one useful sentence.
Here is the whole lesson in 60 seconds.
First, a familiar translation can hide a real difference. Ask what the particle contributes, and separately ask whether present-day English lets you omit it.
Up begins with higher position and an upright body.
Higher can organize more. Turn up, speed up, prices go up.
A reached boundary can mark completion in different ways. Fill up, reaches capacity, use up, exhausts a supply.
Other expressions focus on a resulting state. Clean up and mess up. Learn their whole current use. This map is not proof that every phrase followed the same history. Upright or raised can also suggest active, visible, or inattention. Wake up, show up, bring up.
Down begins with lower position.
Lower can organize less or calmer activity. Turn down, slow down, calm down.
Breakdown can signal failure. Shut down means stop operating and may be planned. Keep them near each other only as a memory link, not as one cause or one history.
A whole can be divided into parts, or a set can become smaller. Break a problem down, narrow the list down.
The particle may draw a path, highlight a boundary or result, or belong to a stored expression. The base verb often contributes part of the meaning. The whole expression and context select the final reading. So English was not throwing coins after all.
No, it built roads and forgot to give learners the map.
Tonight, we drew one. In the comments, write one expression with up or down that still confuses you, and tell us which branch you think it belongs to.
We may use it in the next edition of Small Words, Big Meanings.
I'm Nora.
And I'm Eli.
Thanks for listening to Dear English Radio. Keep listening, keep noticing, and we'll meet you here next time.